good amount of audio settings. Like, it even has ambient sound effect settings already, in addition to UI sound and regular sound. There's all your controller settings, including turning vibration on and off, which we are going to turn vibration off. I don't like vibration. There's the test file I had. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. And in we go. Is the fate really sealed for this one? We shouldn't have relied on an impure-blooded one from the beginning. Don't blame him. We've seen everything he has gone through. I fear that all his efforts are to no avail. I wish we... Are you insisting that we intervene in this matter? We must not break any more taboos. Their destruction is predestined. If everything is predestined, so is our intervention. I seek to grant this child another opportunity. We heed your decision, mighty Examu. Rise, warrior of the kin. I entrust all of our fate to you. That's getting bright. Oh boy. And loud. That's taking a radical turn on the sound front. Doesn't seem too out there, but I'm gonna lower it a touch anyway, because it's a little rough. That should be a bit better. There's a lot happening already. I think the cutscene's ignoring my audio settings, though. It's not even really regarding my Windows settings that much, considering it stayed fairly loud. Okay, so big fancy door with 3 seals. After all hell broke loose, it looked like. May you protect everyone you love. A lot of memories flashing by. 34. Why the number 34? We'll hopefully figure that out. And here we are inside a container. And so here we are. Restore health. Press and hold left trigger. Use the healing orb to heal your character. Healing orbs are charged upon attacking enemies. So fun fact, they don't let you move at all until you do that. And notice we're not entirely using our arms to attack. We're actually using, I think, those giant paws we have flapping along behind us, which is amusing. Back up. Okay. Hit the switch, and in we go. We get this. Maps and items. Assigned keys. Select. Use the ancient artifact known as Karox to chart your map and manage items and skills. We got a lot of information going on in here. I'm gonna actually lower the audio a little bit in general here. That should be a bit better. It sounded fine at first, but the longer I listened to it, it started to sound just a touch too high. crawl. Gonna crawl on through this little hole. And there we are. Can I break the glass? I cannot break the glass. Understood. Oh, I can bounce off the ground a bit, too, when I do my down attacks. Interesting. We're already further into the demo than I went when I tested this. I tested just the beginning bit, and it felt fine, so I'm like, yep, we'll go with it. Which is also why the audio was a little more scuffed than some of the others were. I do see why there's the photosensitivity warning, though, because some of this stuff is a bit bright. And they really went all out with the effects. Ow. Rest and save. Let your fur down at the Stone of Immortality to restore health and save the progress. Oh, it looks like we can assign our upgrades here as well? Which, there's a whole upgrade tree. Okay. So you can do rising attacks, you can increase how many attacks you get, attack speed, mana absorption. Okay. A lot of good options here. Nothing remarkable, but all solid bonuses for the claws. And based on the fact that that was the claw tab, I'm assuming there's way more tabs to work with as time goes on, too, probably. Now we're in Moss Cave. Okay, enemies do have health bars as well. That's worth keeping in mind. And they do have knockback, as demonstrated by that. Engraved skills. Use mana to launch engraved skills. Mana is charged upon attacking enemies. Ah, I charged enough mana, that's why. I was like, why is it telling me about that now? I do appreciate that we actually start with a skill immediately. Helps add a little bit of variety to the initial combat. Yes, I know I should heal. Snaga's brooch piece. Once the great late king's treasure, it was shattered and scattered across all the kingdom after a fierce battle. Collect 2 of these items to add 1 more health slot. Nice that it's only 2 that you need for it, not like 5. Oh, I see. The look up there is probably to tell you to spot that. Okay, fine. So it stops yelling at me. I'll use my heal. I also appreciate that they actually, like, hold their arm up like, up there? It's also interesting that they use the big claw hand, not their regular arm, to look around. That seems suspect back there, the way it's twitching. Ah, that's a mana source. Neat. Ah, that's why there's a mana source there, is because you have to hit that with your attack spell. Understood. And there's another chest, which has Lanya's bracelet piece, a key artifact that helped the kingdom prosper for generations until it was smashed into pieces. Collect 2 of these items to add 1 more mana slot. Okay, so we found our health extension and our mana extension equivalents so far. I'm assuming there's going to be 1 for healing charges as well, though starting with 3 of them is actually kind of nice. I was expecting only to have 1 of those at the start here. But then again, you had to have 3 in order to be able to do the tutorial for it, so I guess that kind of goes hand in hand then, huh? The map's competent enough. Tells you where your Stone of Immortality is, tells you where crates are, tells you where you are. It's really all you need. And it tells you the general gist of the lay of the land. I do kind of wish that instead of having just the 1 platform marked there, I feel like it would have been nicer for all of them to be marked, instead of this kind of in between here, but it's fine. Oh, there's a red owl, too. I'm assuming that heals you. I was a little too slow on the draw there. Yep, sure does. Each hit gives you 1 pip of health. Which, that's gonna be something to keep in mind with this game, is each of these pips of health are 1 hit, it seems. So we only have 5 hits of health, not counting healing. So getting health extensions is probably going to be kind of important, unless you get really good at avoiding getting hit. Open the door, and what do we find? Hole. Leads to another Stone of Immortality and somebody who may or may not be dead. So, judging from the bag of green gems next to them, I'm assuming they're actually a merchant. Help! We were attacked by the infected when we came to mine mechanics. I'm scared. I don't want to turn into a monster like the others did. That woman, she lied. She said this place would be safe. I hope you escaped the cave alive. This will help you. I don't need it anymore. Boundless Focus, designed by Pathfinders who study the root of ancient power to bolster their resonance with nature. This discipline allows for absorbing more mana from consecutive claw attacks. Why do you just have this? Okay, I can manage these at the Stone of Immortality as well. And we have a power limit down there. Okay. Yep, I figured that out, game. Thank you. This really does just seem like Cat Hollow Knight a bit here. Which is fine. Boss fight? Boss fight. Satan. Not to be confused with Satan. Is that all you're gonna do, is just keep emitting spikes at me and failing miserably? If so, honestly, I'm kind of fine with that. Just feel free to carry on doing exactly that. Anyway, that was a boss, I guess. Oh, we can absorb him. Saitan's countermeasure. Saitan's ability allows the character to release spikes instantly, dealing damage to all nearby enemies. Okay, so now we have another move to use. Hiya! Okay, that's actually pretty good. Definitely need to lower the sound effect settings a little bit just because of that in particular, but other than that, it's good. That was a very loud sound when we hit all of them at the same time there. Up. Yep. Up. Mana Stone. Thank you. Look down. Yep, there sure is death down there. Okay, that doesn't reach as far as I hoped. It was gonna look so cool if that worked, and instead I just look a fool. Which, you know, about par for the course, really. But I am more interested now than I was before on the basis of we can actually get powers from bosses. I'm wondering if you get something from every boss, then. It would explain the amount of space in the skill menu. This is a big room. Also really neat looking. Like, look at the detail on those pillars, for example. Put a lot of work in there. So, actually a very well animated crouch, too. Ow. 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 Wow, I fell way further than I thought I was going to there. Huh. Oh, that's fine. Guess we'll just have to find our way around. Can't get up there yet, so presumably we either get like a wall bounce or a double jump or something. Hello, little one. Help! An infected... You're not? You freaked me out. Somebody lives up there. How did you even get here? I'm Nia. I live across the street. Everyone's gonna be happy to see a new friend. Wonder when my brother and his exploration group's gonna come back. Any news? They're doing great. Yeah. I'm sorry about last time. That's fine. You're a kid, it's understandable. Weird guy with giant claw hands come falling out of the sky, I'd be a little concerned too. Whoop. Wasn't really sure if I wanted to fall down there yet, but I guess I'm here now. How about over here? Any goodies? Really long hallway, that's for sure. Okay. So that's how I get back then. I go all the way around that. Understood. I gotta say, a lot of the demos in this Next Fest have been knocking it out of the park in terms of presentation. Like, some of them may not have hit entirely for me in particular as far as gameplay goes, but they've all hit for presentation. Oh? You don't look familiar. Judging from what you're wearing, you're not a survivor from the area. Are you an ancient? A commoner? You don't have to answer. Just an icebreaker. I'm Ledart. I collect and study pieces of the stone called Iser's Stone. It holds clues to fighting the plague. Very helpful. You're lucky to have arrived at this village, away from the infected. Villagers are deeply depressed as Kana collectors who set out for the moss caverns haven't returned. I don't want to blame my ancestors for failing to stop the plague and unloading the burden upon us 100 years ago. As a researcher, I feel obligated to resolve the current crisis. In that sense, would you join me in retrieving Elsar's stone shards to restore that ancient stone over there? Sure. I'll see what I can do. Can't promise I'll find any, but I'm assuming I'll run into them in my travels. And I'm probably gonna be one of the few that can actually go anywhere and do anything. Hey, little feline. Didn't you forget something? That hurts. You should always stop by my tea house before you hit the road. I've never been here before. I thought I became famous for serving a cup of tea for travelers. Never mind. I've been taking it slow, fixing the place up since I took over from my parents. But if you wish to enjoy a cup of tea, let me know. Trust me, it's perfectly good. Okay, so you sell moss flower tea, which I'm assuming will heal me. Drink this tea and you'll feel like you're drenched. Oh, it's a mana restorer. Feel like you're drenched in mana. The subtle scent of soil is what makes this moss flower tea so special. A perfect pick-me-up. Then we got the Fury tea. I brew this tea from Fury fruits. They're very rare since they only grow in the cold East region. Easterners enjoy this tea to warm themselves and regain energy. If you ever visit the East, can you please get me some? I'm almost out of stock. And then Adrian's tea. Rotary said it's an ancient magic tea that can even bring back the dead. I mean, come on. If that kind of tea is real, why would we need hospitals? Still, I thought a legendary tale like this might catch visitors' interest for a bit. So I'm going to assume that actually does work, and that might be a revive item for us. Which would be real nice to get, except, we need specific items for those two. We could grab a couple of these if I want. And it is a mana restore, so I'll grab at least one. Don't you love how moss flowers bloom in a white ribbon shape? I find them adorable, especially when they bloom in humidity. You can easily find them in the moss cave, but be careful, overeating them can cause diarrhea. Oh wow, there's a whole animation for making it too. Oh, does that act immediately though? Do I not get to keep that? I think that activated immediately. Yep, I don't have it. Okay, bear that in mind. So I'm not entirely sure what that did for me in any real capacity then. Oh, we'll figure that out later, I guess. Welcome to Aurora Village. I'm Skyle, the patrol captain here. This place is safer than outside. I will guarantee it. We haven't seen a traveler for a while. We can't afford hospitality, but you can still make yourself a nest here. Take a look around and let me know if you need my help. Alright. Unique paw steps. Who goes there? Judging from your silence, you must be a stranger. Don't tell me you plan to stand there and just stare at me forever. Anjef. Name's Anjef. Don't forget. See, I deal in anything lucrative. Some of them even date back over 100 years. They're all as good as new. Browse if you're interested. Let's see, you've got a brooch piece, so I definitely want that. You got a green ID card. A crimson emblem piece. Which I apparently can't buy, so I don't know why it's in your menu. And another bracelet piece for more mana, too. I like the phrasing on this one. A piece of a bracelet carrying mana. Maybe you're worthy of having it. And then, of course, a piece of brooch holding vital force. One piece alone can't do anything. You might want to collect more of these. And then, of course, the green ID card. I bought this from some eloquent wanderer, but I don't see any good use for it. Take it if you want, but not for cheap. It cost me a lot to get my paws on it. Alright. We got a shop here, and a tea shop over there, and then... Hello! What is going on in here? An exotic outfit! You must be new to this village, little feline. No worries. Who you're with and where you're from don't matter. Why? Because my inventions are extremely useful for everyone, regardless of their backgrounds. Nah, snap. Excuse me. I got carried away. I'm Mark, the 3rd generation owner of Gatorware and the best underground inventor. This business has been around for over 100 years. Take a look. You might find something both pawsome and jawsome, especially if you want to explore this vast world. And I hope to see you often, little feline. What do you got? Ooh, ND615. On my rundown again? Where should I begin? You don't? Snap, what a shame. Well, let me give you my bite-sized tip anyway. If you deploy AND615 at your current location, it lets you see everything on the Karox map menu. Make sure to check out the surveillance drone for yourself. Automata collect. You simply don't want to miss this snappy information. And these automata are mounted with a module optimized for resource collection. You know what that means? They won't miss a single piece of mechanics. They study the surroundings and determine the best course as if they're alive. Give this machine a try. I don't have enough money for either of your things, but I'm very interested in both of them in the future. Exodus 216. No data is collected at this moment. Collect the data first, then insert the memory. Busy, bro. Just leave my lunch over there. Oh, sorry. Thought you were Mark. I could have enjoyed the slow business a bit longer. Wait, what's that? A map scanner? That's totally jaw-dropping. Makes a modern technology in the ancient Elord one. Never seen anything like this before. Karox, was it? Whoever made this device makes me jealous. As it happens, your scanner looks compatible with the terrain scanner app I was working on. I can set it up for you if you want. For a price, that is. So we can... Oh, this is where you get your map markers. Okay, so you can mark danger, obstacles, questions, output circuitry. Looks like your Karox needs this. Putting this part will make your archive screen fully functional, but I can't give it to you for cheap. This part is extremely hard to come by. It includes my repair labor service too. See me again when you're ready to pay, or it's totally up to you. And they've got all the basic services you would need here then. You got a map upgrade service, you got a tool service, you've got an artifact guy who sells you upgrades for your health and mana, as well as some other goodies. You got a tea shop to give you a bunch of bonus effects. They've got everything. Aside from a weapon shop. Might even have one of those around here somewhere. I'll be back. On my way to the old shop to find my family photo. I'm sure we'll run into them in trouble somewhere along the way. Yep, kind of figured that was an elevator. Considering, you know, the up and down arrows on it kind of gave that one away. Who needs ladders when you can jump real high? Can your drilling site? Hey, man.
Hey, Malo.
Hey, kitten. What the heck are you doing here? You know what? Just go away and don't bring any trouble my way. I'm already annoyed by those rats and ceiling crawlers. I don't know what's in the control room, but every time there's a thud, it makes them run amok. Ah. I can't believe I'm wasting my talent here. Guess my captain doesn't trust commoners like me. I mean, it doesn't have to be classist. You also seem like you're a little bit of a prick. Okay, that is solid. I assumed it had to be able to get up here, but I also wasn't sure. Okay, we can get a better look at this sign. Welcome, your dedication powers a brighter future. At Origin, we guarantee a safe and pleasant workplace. Is that why everybody's dead? Sure about that one? Really sure about that? I don't know about that one. I see why they needed to have an option to turn down ambient sounds now. Because if I hadn't turned that down, that hissing would be very loud and annoying. I don't think I have anything to assign in the Karoks right now. Ah, that's what's making the noise, isn't it? Sure is. Yikes. Ah, stood up a little too soon. We don't have a dash or anything, so this is really dangerous. I say as I go for it anyway and succeed, but you know. Adrian's Grace. This item holds Adrian's compassion for mortals and an inevitable death. Use it to add one more Adrian's marble slot. I'm gonna assume that's space for more items to be used at once. Actually, no, the icon looks more like the healing icon, so I think actually Adrian's marbles are our healing slots. Which is incredible, actually. So I'm very happy to have found that. And I now understand why it was so dangerous to get. Which, admittedly, that was less dangerous than it looked. I wondered where that guy was going to attack from, because I could tell he was going to jump me. I saw him up there. He wasn't so slick as to be invisible. He'd hide in the corner intelligently, though. I'll give him that. He wasn't, like, just clinging to a random piece of ceiling. If we didn't see the world from this perspective, he would have been completely invisible to us. Bonk. Their jump attacks are kind of annoying to deal with, though, since we don't have, like, a dash or any real means of dodging them. Currently, anyway. I'm sure we'll pick up a dash somewhere. I don't have anything for my right trigger to do, for example, right now. Or really the bumpers to do, either. Or for that matter... Actually, no, Y and B are both attacks. Okay, I need to be quick about that. And you might be thinking, why am I fine with this compared to what we're doing in Constance? The difference being, this doesn't need multiple moves at once, nor is it like 17 moves long. Warrior's Prowess. This item increases the damage of engraved skills. Through countless experiences, warriors who return from the brink of death discovered a way to strike a fatal blow. Neat. So it'll make my ranged attack and my spike move stronger if I put that on. Which depends on if it takes up much space or not. If it doesn't take much space, I'll obviously put it on, because why wouldn't I? It's not like I'm using that space for anything else right now. Ooh, this looks like map data. Successfully downloaded the map for a new zone. And now I have the map for this area. And a boss. Damaged Eradicator. Yikes. Alright, you Wheelgator wannabe. Okay, good, it doesn't go to the floor. I was a little worried about that one. So far, this guy's not that tough. He also malfunctions every time he gets done spinning. But then again, he is, you know, damaged. It makes sense. Got him. I don't think he even hit me, did he? Pretty sure I was hurt when I got here. Let's see what our new move is. I'm assuming we actually get to do what he was doing. Automata power source. Ooh, that looks fun. Press right trigger while crouching. The power source carved into the stone of records placed inside Automata allows the character to crouch and roll forward fast. So, less exciting than I thought. I thought I was actually going to get to, like, buzzsaw around, which would have been hilarious. But still useful. This is absolutely what I was supposed to use to get through that other segment as well. Instead of me just creeping through it by force of just good timing. Nothing hidden under there. Another immortality stone. Which means we can also assign our item that we got if I want to. We still don't have any of those. Yeah, this thing. It needs 2, so we're not going to use that. I will put the Adrian's Grace on, though, because that fits in our slots. I like getting more mana back rather than our attacks doing more damage, because we can use more of our attacks by getting more mana, so that makes more sense. And yeah, that's our first mutant ability, of which we are going to get, well, presumably in the main game we'll get 4, 7, 9, 10, 11 of them. That's a pretty good amount. It's a solid amount of mutant abilities for one little cat to get. Sentry Tiz, guarding the passage to the sealed spire. Be careful out there. We spotted a suspicious furry dude in a dark outfit recently, lurking around the area. Alright. You look so unfamiliar. You a traveler? Anyway, if you plan to travel around here, be extra careful. On top of the rhino infected here, we got a shady person roaming about. A report said the mysterious figure crossed into here from the sealed spire in an instant. Definitely a threat to watch out for. They said he strode to the control room. Can you guess what he might be up to? No sweat. Just gotta keep a watchful eye on everything. But then the village will be safe and sound. I wonder what those blue crystals they're using on all their spears is. I assume it's just like a material that they can work with that makes a decent point. I'm just curious just about it. Because it almost looks like the same material our claws are made out of. Ah, I see why Rhino infected are a problem. They charge, and all their money just fell in the drink. Well, that's a shame. So I guess every species can get infected, or at least all the species we've encountered so far can get infected. And they all become a bit different, depending on their species when they get infected. So that's worth thinking about. And yeah, see, we have a extra marble up there. So yeah, that is exactly what the marbles are. Like, I just used my extra one to heal now. It's even marked in a different color so you can tell what the bonus ones are, which is helpful. Yeah, that didn't do anything. I don't know why I wasted that. Answer, because I'm probably not coming back here anytime quick. Considering the aim is to see as much of this as I can, we're gonna be just kind of blitzing forward as hard as I can, without getting myself killed, ideally. Yep. Was pretty sure there was water down there, or whatever that green goo is. But I knew my money landed down there. I wanted my money. Another map. Zzz, zzz. Hey there. Ever found yourself in trouble while traveling the dangerous underground world? As the best engineer around, I can guarantee that my jaw-dropping inventions can help. If you're interested, visit Gateware Erin Aurora Village. Well, did I do it right, little brother? What? Still being recorded. Holy snap. Zzz, zzz. He's trying his best. He's a hardware guy, not a software guy. God damn it. There we go. It wants me to go rolling in there, but let's look over here before we go rolling down that hole. Because that doesn't look like a way we're coming back. Oh boy. Huh, well that was less than ideal. How about down here? Nope, that goes somewhere too. Okay. Yeah, that leads back. That's what I thought. So we do want to go in here. There we go. And what do we got over here? Ow. Rude. I forgot I have a up attack. I really probably should keep that in mind a bit more. Because it would have done a great job against those ceiling guys that were jumping at me from above. I probably could have smacked them away with that. Oh well. I remembered now at least. Could be worse. I could have remembered after the demo time was up. A lot of dead people here. Whoop. Doing's transpiring over there. Gonna guess that that's... Yep, that's the dark cloaked guy. With a fancy sword, no less. These things are real pushovers. Just can't get used to the heat here. Better move out. They are fast. I'm gonna assume this is gonna lead to a confrontation, though, pursuing them like this. But it's not like we have any other interesting leads to chase after right now, right? We may as well figure out what's going on with that. Why do I have... Ah, yeah, I kind of figured. Uh-huh. So those explode outward and then die. Understood. Oh, and we got rat warriors now. Wait, does that mean that the infected can make those? Or did they just have those? Because that asks a lot of questions. Like, a lot of questions. Because there's also the question of whether they know how to use them or anything. Darn it, I wasn't told anything about a complex lock system. There's nothing I can do with this Stone of Immortality. Might as well return for a debriefing. Gonna guess they went up here? And based on this, I think we need the green card key for this. Yep, security level green. Insert a green ID card to access the system. Not sure why they were talking about a Stone of Immortality there, though. Oh. That's what they mean. The blue thing over there, probably. I wonder if they're tampering with those, then, and that's the whole bit there. No, you're not hostile, you're in the background. And I just conveniently hit this guy in the distance. Sometimes I do incredible things completely accidentally. I mean, totally purposely, yes. Aren't you impressed with how good I am at predicting enemy locations? Uh-huh. I mean, if anybody out there believed that and is interested in a bridge, I could really use the money. No, I'm not really sure about going up there. We're going up there anyway. It's a trap. Flying mouths, huh? Oh god, there's spikes down there. Ah, well, learned something today, and that is this room is full of spikes, and we already knew that spikes hurt. There we go. Canium, a catalyst for unlocking claw skills. Concentrated canium is stored in a special container. So we can actually get our first skill unlocked. So we're gonna get our extra consecutive attack as soon as I get to a stone again. Ideally before I die. Of course he stopped there and I landed on his stupid head. See you up there. You're not so slick. I needed to get rid of him or he was gonna be an issue. God damn it. Of course first death was gonna be me bumping into somebody, wasn't it? I think we all knew that was inevitably how that was gonna go. All skills. Use Canium to unleash the potent power of skills. You can unlock skills through the Karox menu at the Stone of Immortality. And yeah, there's other weapons, because you can see there's spaces to the left of right, to the left and right here. This is specifically for claw upgrades, so boop. And there are levels required as well. Do we actually have a level? Huh? Do I have an additional attack? I guess we did only have 2 attacks before, didn't we? I'm just so used to 3 attacks in all of these games that I'm like, did I have 3 or 2 before? I'm not sure how much of a difference that'll actually make in the long run, but we'll find out. Not like I was gonna use that for anything else, considering I needed to unlock that one to get the other ones. There was a delay on that jump. And I don't just mean a brain delay. Oh, just as well I didn't go that way before, because we can't go that way. Not yet, anyway. I need, like, a higher jump or to go around from the other side. Thankfully, getting back to where we died is easy as pie. We just go up this way. We must have only had 2 attacks thinking about it, because the regular rats were always an issue because I was 1 hit short of killing them, and the delay between attack sets was causing the issue. It all makes sense now that I actually spent a second to think about it. Wild concept that, I know, thinking about things. Those things reappeared, but it didn't lock the room, so I'm not interested in dealing with them again. I want my stuff back. Okay, I don't have to, like, fight a ghost version of myself or anything in this game, so that's good. Every gem must be collected. Oh, we were literally a screen away from resting and healing. I am so upset right now. But unsurprised at the same time, if I'm honest. That looks to be the map up there that I missed getting. So I assume, yep, you can get at it from over here. Because it would be rather silly to make you wait to get the map data if it's right there. There we go, we have the map for the canyon drilling zone on this side. Looks like there's multiple maps for each actual, like, area. So these areas are pretty big. Which, you know, we covered all that ground in the past, like, 10 minutes over there. And there's all of this as well. Including markers for where the damaging water pools are, too, which is kind of nice. These rhinos are really oblivious sometimes, huh? Nah, you missed. The only thing this game's missing so far is the ability to travel between the immortality stones, like a lot of the other games we've had recently have had. It's about the only quality of life thing this one seems to be missing. But we might gain the ability to travel between the stones later. So probably not later during demo time, like later in real game. Go this way. This seems like it'll be interesting. Looks like it might activate the elevator. Didn't make it, but still counted, so that's fine. That's honestly very generous of them to make that actually count. I don't have enough juice to hit him again. Oh, I see the bit here. There we go. If I had timed that a little better, I could have hit him from the top and not gotten hit, but it would have been fine either way. There we go. Little mess down there. Got this guy flying around up here. I really lost more height than I thought I would there. And then it didn't go the direction I wanted it to. Well. Ow. Get the distinct feeling I wasn't supposed to do it that way anyway. Don't know what tells me that, but you know, just a thought there. Disable a big robot. So I guess Canier must be the stuff that everything's run on, because the green liquid there, I'm assuming, is liquefied Canier. That's what the robot's powered by. So is it magic? Is it technology? Is it both? We might never know the answers to these questions. Be a hell of a thing if it turns out that Canier's also the source of the infection. Like, oh hey, this thing we're relying on for everything. Yeah, it turns out it's also why everybody's dying. Oops. It'll be the first time that's happened. Ooh. Think. Isar's stone shard, a piece of the stone of records engraved with unidentified objects. It's known to have been crafted by Isar, an ancient owl craftsman. Collect all the pieces to restore the recorded objects. Neat. I was just excited because it was a big glowy rock. Turns out it's an important big glowy rock. Or you know. And now we can open this door, which is the main reason I was interested in going down there, is because I knew it looped around to that door. And I wanted to see what was hidden behind all of that. Answer, one of the Isar stones. Why we want that? Well, mixed feelings there, really. Which we... Oh, I think even our quests are behind the archive thing, thinking about it. So I was like, don't I have a quest log? The answer is not really. Not yet. It's a good thing that that device upgrade is not that expensive, because that does seem like something I really would want. Not something I think I'll worry about right now during the demo, but it would definitely be something I would be beelining for in the main game. Just so I can keep track of things better. Because otherwise, I will absolutely forget so many things. Especially since we don't have an immediate way to get back to town so far. Which that's about the main other thing I'm interested in finding out about right now, is if this game's gonna have a fast travel function. Which, again, it might, but we might just not get it in the demo still, too. There's always a possibility of that. So within the hour confine we have, it doesn't seem like we're gonna manage to finish this demo. Because we got like 20 minutes left, because I think we ended the last one at like 350, which throws it off a little bit. Operate device for 50? Sure. Oh? Aha! What do you know? I ask for fast travel and I receive fast travel. The fact that it costs a little bit of money to activate these in the first place is a little upsetting, but at least it allowed me to activate this one for free. Where is the door for this, though? Oh, we wouldn't be able to... That was the door I looked at. Uh-huh. Because I saw the statue there, and I was interested to see if there was a way into the room next to it. Lo and behold, there is. We just had to access it from the inside. It all makes sense now. Let's see how much that archive thing costs. I think it was like 200 something. But I should be able to afford it now. I simply don't understand underground travelers like you risking your life for it. Full of danger out there. I'd prefer sitting on my limbs and watching everything through this monitor. We got tons of abandoned networks underground. Hack into any of them and you can see every corner. But I heard the power will be cut off soon, so that's gonna cripple my favorite pastime. And yeah, it was 170, so I can absolutely afford that. Now it works. Memories are safe too. I added a data sharing feature. See the Incredible Exodus 216 next to me? Upload your data there once the archive data is full. I know it should be rewarding for you, so I'll make sure to prepare something that you won't regret. Neat. And now we have our bestiary and everything. With quite a lot of different enemies already. Like, the collectors are their own unique identity. Got nimble infected, diving infected, horned infected, mutated infected. Oh, so those are mutations, not weapons. Interesting. And you gotta defeat a certain amount of them to get the full data on them. That's really neat. Got character information too, which all of this has insufficient data. Locations, objects, so this doesn't have a quest log. So I guess this game just doesn't have a quest log at all. Okay, that's fine. I just saw the magnifying glass thing here, and this like location marker thing, and I assumed one of the two would have been related to a quest log. Turns out both of those are inaccurate statements. Spilled a bit of water, hang on. Nowhere problematic, just on me. I forgot I'd refilled my glass, so I tipped it like I needed to tip it further to get anything out of it. And yeah, that didn't work out great. 15. Insufficient data collected at the moment, so I need 2 more data pieces and then I can get a reward. How much were your things? I could get the mana increase. Oh, I can get the ID card, though. There we go, we got the ID card. So we can go see what that blue crystal's all about. Okay, why am I going this way? Other way, please. So I'm very curious about what's behind that green door, because that seems like it'll be interesting. Ow. That door does admittedly require us going all the way across here. Arguably, it would have actually been faster going back to there from where we were, or in the village, but it's too late. I've already teleported. We're going this way. Playing the feud. Thankfully, this isn't that long to run across. We are reasonably swift. I had a feeling I was gonna get hit there, but I'm like, nope, I'm going for it. I'm gonna try. And lo and behold, gas in the face. It is interesting having the closest thing to a dash move that we have be tied to crouching. Like, not in a way that I'm upset about it, just like, huh, that's different. We're like halfway to where we're trying to get to. I'll laugh if opening that door gives me a thanks for playing the demo prompt. Because that'd be honestly so well timed. Nom, 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 nom. I keep thinking that has more range than it does. It's fine, we don't need to deal with these guys. I'm just running past them. Got places to be, doors to find. More accurately, doors to open. Spikes to fall in. That's upsetting. I didn't really have a chance to react, and Kenny said anybody's like, why didn't you move? It's like, I just didn't have control back yet after, or the first moment there. So I just got ruined. But it's fine, we don't have far to go to get back there. There we go, jumping to meet them worked. Bonk. The way their eyes flicker when they're charging at you is interesting. Missed it. Let's get that guy the smart way this time, so I can deal with this one from a more favorable angle. There we go. It's almost like taking a second and using your brain makes a big difference. Oh, we didn't even go this way. Another one of those signs. Oh, this is an elevator we can't use anyway. Does it say the same thing? I don't think so. At origin, we learn from the past and shape the future. Good for them. That is definitely a return elevator, not a enter elevator. So that is future me's problem in the eventual future where we play this game for real. It's so far seeming like this is going to be something I'm going to actually pick up when it comes out. Which is question mark. Should have hit the lever over there. It would have made sense. Oh well. Identifying the system access level green. Confirmed. Disarming the security system. They were talking about a control room where things were going haywire. I'm wondering if this is it. No, this is something I absorb. Ancestral protection. The ancestors' secret countermeasure against the corrupt specters threatening the kingdom generates a barrier for the character. So I guess that's just another move? It sure is. So if you wanted to just have a shield ability instead of 2 attacks, which I probably would swap for if we had more time left on this demo. Because that shield does seem better than the spike ability, honestly. I know, me foregoing an aggressive ability in favor of a defensive ability, but really the spikes are kind of a defensive ability too, if I'm honest. We not go this way, or did we just not? We just didn't go this way. Okay, so we'll take a look at that after I rest here to make sure we respawn here. Because if I die over there and respawn all the way back over at the other end, I'm gonna be very cross. Yeah, you know, cat and swimming, not really necessarily the most known pairing in the world, huh? So Lake Lumi's a no-go. Yeah, I think I would have to warp all the way back over there then in order to make any further forward progress. Which that does connect back up to the area over here, too. So that all does smoothly connect. Just currently debating whether I could be bothered. And I think it may as well. So many people died. Goddamn. Corpses everywhere. Already we're in that little corridor there. Oh, right, I need to roll through here. Right, we couldn't go up there at all. Right. I looked at that and went, wait, why didn't I go up there? The answer? You can't. It's almost like that's too high for me to jump, and I don't have a wall jump yet. Based on that existing, I have to assume that there's a wall jump we get at some point. Is it even worth running over there? No. No, I'm better off teleporting up, and then ending up down there. Or moments later. Because at least then that vertical section will be filled out. That would be the wiser course of action there. Just the stone. Remind me just checking the map over and over to make sure I'm not going the wrong way, as does happen randomly sometimes. I just get it in my head that I'm going the wrong way, turn myself around, and end up going the worst wrong way immediately. Go back in town. Got no reason to visit with the people at the moment, though, because we have no money to offer them. 65, I don't think is enough to do much of anything. And back up we go. There isn't a door out this end, is there? Nope. Looks like there is one, but there isn't. Oh, that's fine. He can have that crystal. That one's for him. It's your deal. Yeah, a ghost! Help! Don't speak to me out of the blue like that. You can never expect what a 100-year-old facility will throw at you. I can't do this. Captain told me to search inside the control room, but I don't have the guts. If you're thinking about going in, don't. I heard a loud bang from inside, a clear sign of danger. Or something just falling over. He's really going through it. I don't know why he's in this line of work. Knock knock. Another save point. Yeah, this is a different part. This was the early diversion across. That's what I thought. I assume the control room is this way then. And I'm interested to find out what's going on with that control room. Yep, this looks to be it. Another boss fight? Cat senses are tingling. Oh boy. Mercam. Very big, angry rhino. Why he's here? Good question. We'll figure that out after we beat his ass. Which, he lost already. I'm assuming there's a second phase to this. Yep. Because there was no way it was gonna be that easy. Yeah, the little bit of extra hover you get from the spike attack, it does actually kind of work for that. Okay, that's a bad angle for him to be doing that at. Oh, you're gonna keep doing that now, huh? Rude. Yep, you keep throwing those, that's fine. Idiot. Okay, at close range, he is actually, like, super dangerous, as one would expect of an angry rhino. Am I really gonna botch it at this point? Please say a no to that statement. Nope, I did botch it at the very end of the fight. I'm so sad right now. Wait, why are you here now? You weren't here a minute ago. You're so fast. Wait for me. I was thinking about a piece of advice for you, but you suddenly went out of sight. Anyway, you might find useful items around here. It's as important as it's been around. That's what my captain said. He knows a lot of things, just like the ancients. Why don't you check for any missing spots? I'm gonna go beat up the rhino. I kept just jumping like slightly early, and I'm so sad. Because we were trashing him at the beginning of that. It was so easy. You do actually get marble credit for that cutscene hit there. Yeah, that going for that was a bad call. Just get him right out of phase 1. Go ahead and heal while he's phase changing. The hit detection on his charge is a little funny. What happened to my jump there? It just didn't leave the ground, really. I should not close combat him. That's such a bad call on my part. Am I really gonna botch this again? I keep jumping so fucking early. Why am I like this? You good? So mad. Got him. Oh, is there gonna be a third phase? There better not be a third phase. Come on now. You just don't know when to quit, do you? At least you can generate mana and marble energy from hitting him while he's phase changing, but like, come on now. These phases don't really seem any different either, so why the hell are we fighting him 3 times? This is just silly. He's just a really stubborn motherfucker, huh? Whoa. You don't appreciate that comment, huh? Well, that's too bad for you. Missed me. Give up. Accept that you've lost. There we go. Had to beat him 3 times. Goddamn. But now... oh, we get something more significant, I guess. Get his memories. Your grace, time is against us. We must seal the gate before the infected overrun this place. I guess this is his last memory before he got infected. As for his majesty, will he be safe? Worry not for him. He's the strongest of us all. I shall remain here, guarding this place until his return. Grace. Please protect what is most precious. That shall be your battle. I will, Markham. Thank you for waking us from 10,000 years of slumber. So I beg of you, do not take this blame upon yourself. I could not bring myself to speak the truth, that His Majesty has already fallen. And that I too am infected. Forgive me, Your Majesty. Your Grace. May you survive this by any means. Mercom's sinew. Ah, now we have air dashing. Press the right trigger in midair or on the surface. Mercom's power comes from its explosive leg strength. Makes the character swiftly dash on the ground or in the air. So we basically have 3 flavors of dash now, because we can roll, we can dash, and we can air dash. Neat. But unfortunately, that is it for the demo. Oh, for today, at the very least. Obviously, there is more demo left for other people to see. Core reactivated, resuming cannier drilling and supplying power. I figured I'd see what this button did before I left. I think this might be the end of the demo. We brought power back to the town. Wow, the sign's flashing again. So bright. Captain, the drilling site is up and running again. The noise doesn't sound creepy anymore. It's different. He got back here fast to report that, didn't he? I assume he started sprinting the second we pushed that button, and then all the power started coming back on. He may have even started running when the fight started, honestly. Wouldn't blame him. Hearing a fight like that going on in the next room, most people's first response would either be to run or to get involved, and he definitely doesn't seem like the type to get involved. So we'll see if there's a nearby save point. Yep, there we go. That was a very good demo, though. I enjoyed that a lot. Really feel like I should have gotten to that one yesterday, since this was one of the ones I had planned for that, but You can regret all things in the world if you wish, but doesn't help anything if you sit there and dwell on those regrets. There you go. There is the store page for Fatal Claw for those so inclined. And Fatal Claw itself is only listed as 2025, so theoretically sometime in the next 2 months. Considering we only have 2 months of 2025 left. Which is something I really don't want to think too much about, but, well, here we are. Okay, let me find us somewhere to be. See a bunch of good options immediately, but which one am I gonna pick? That is the all-important question. Interesting split of choices there, but that sure is a decision. Don't think we raided over there this month. Nope, we have not raided into them this month. So you know, we'll go raid Honeyberry, who's doing some lethal company with a couple friends, it looks like, so that should be fun. And I wanna show some love to the people we've collabed with, of course. And we played... Oh, what did we do with Honey not that long ago? I think it was Lethal, wasn't it, that we played? We did something with Honeyberry not that long ago. My brain's already forgetting. My brain forgets things very easily in some cases. Now it's gonna bug me, so I'm gonna remind myself. Be easy for me to find it. I just need to scroll back a little bit, because it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, no, it was Lethal. I thought so. Now and then, brain just loses the information, just like pop right gone out of the brain. They have been up for a while, so they may end up ending before too awful long, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. So, thank you all for taking the time to be here. This was another very good batch of demos. I had a great time. Hopefully you all did too. Anyone that was from the raids before, if you enjoyed what you saw and aren't following, please do so. But by all means, that is up to you. And anyone who brought the raids here, thank you so much again. We will be back on Monday, going back to more regularly scheduled activity, which it'll probably be Parasite Eve 2 on Monday. We'll see how that ends up playing out. But thank you all again. Be good to Anishi's good people, and I'll see you all next time. Good night, everybody.